Well, after that travesty, let's see what on earth we can do next in this. We're doing a trio back-to-back. We've not done that for a while, so God knows. We're just still in awe of Benji's triple penalty.
Triple penalty, but I was getting them all out of the way because, Singapore is very special for me. I'll put on my best sombrero, wax the handlebar, and maybe we'll pick up some media interest. Secures us a better drive next year.
I think so. Get it all out of the way. What's this? What happens? You said it to me before. I've got a flickering F1 2013. There's a way that you can get out of having it flick, isn't there?
Did I give you that tip?
You did.
That doesn't sound like something I would do. Are you sure that was definitely me?
It's definitely you. I'm sure it'll sort itself out.
Oh man, I just love this race in reality and in this game.
I tell you what, I've not actually driven around Singapore on the PC version. How much better does it look on this than it does compared to the PS3 version?
It looks so good. I've not driven this track yet.
Ever?
No, my single player I restarted, if you remember, and I'm at Williams, and I've just done Belgium because I've not been playing it as religiously as I have previously because I had lots to get through. But I'll figure it out. It's a track that historically I've been quite good at. So
100% rain for tomorrow.
Balls. I'll just leave default setup then, I think, because it's quite a twisty track. I don't need.
That's true.
So after we were done recording last time out, we took a break, obviously.
Yes, I'd run out of PC space.
Yeah, and you've beaten me out of the pits again, haven't you?
No.
Unbelievable.
No, I just saw you go past.
Oh. And I took a minute. I had myself a little energy bar and then a refreshing beverage. And she said, my girlfriend said to me, "You guys sounded very angry." At the end of our last video, like we were really bitter. And I'd just like to point out that it's Sunday morning, well, early Sunday afternoon now for me. Oh, actually, God, I've completely lost track of time. It's 3 o'clock. It's not early afternoon at all. It's well into the afternoon. And I've gone the 3 days with only one night's sleep. So if I did sound angry and bitter, I wasn't. Although maybe I was, but it was sleep-induced, so that's fine.
I am having a really weird bug where I keep going to pause. So
could your control method be loose connection, perhaps?
No, it's where it was originally flashing and is now sending me to...
Oh wow, fireworks!
Oh!
That is so dope!
Ah.
I've just taken damage to my front wing though because I was busy going, ooh, fireworks, and I ran wide, but
I wonder if that happens really... Oh, I can see the old ring, yeah. I wonder if, like, drivers for reals end up doing that. Because it doesn't go on during the race, does it? It goes on afterwards.
No, but it's a nice touch for the game, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, no. I will love me some fireworks. But surely I'd be like, ooh, all the time.
Yeah.
Where's the bonfire?
God, I love this circuit.
Oh, it's done it again. I think I may have some serious technical issues going on. I've got flickering screens and everything. So
do we have to come out and restart the session, do you think?
See how we go.
Well, because we can stop at any point prior to the end of qualifying, right? And then when we come back, it will put us back to the start of quali.
Yeah, it's just, it keeps flashing and then we might have to do a restart-eroo.
I've just said it, and I'm going to repeat myself, Simon.
Yeah.
I cannot iterate to you enough how much I love this track. It is just so challenging and rewarding all at once. It's just phenomenal.
Oh, I keep forgetting the new. Oh, that's my front ring gone. Oh, and a puncture.
Oh, commiserations, old man.
That's all good.
I'm coming in now for a new front wing. It's not off, but it's a bit more damage than I would like it to be on a circuit of this nature.
What we mean.
It's an interesting pit entry, isn't it?
Yeah, I always end up spilling over the side of it.
I didn't just then, but it's something that is likely to happen. I'm having a strange problem where my rear left tyre is the only one with any wear on it at all. I get a bug where my brakes never stop glowing.
Oh.
They're just a constant dull red when I'm being
I've
wheeled into the pits.
just done an amazing 30-point turn.
It's like you're in the supermarket car park in a Fiat Panda.
Or on my driving test again.
How's your bug? Do we press on?
I'll probably be able to make it through quali but I'm still getting the flashing screen and all kinds of weirdness. That's a bit off-putting, but not the reason why I'm doing so terribly.
I thought I'd set a hot lap time, but I hadn't. So coming in was a mistake, perhaps.
So,
It was really weird because my out lap felt phenomenal.
you saw that grip straight away.
Yeah. I'm just going to be careful not to lose any bits of bodywork, whether I believe they're necessary or not. Do you remember in the last season just gone, start of the year sometime, Kimi Raikkonen took some serious damage to his nose and then just never bothered changing it. And it affected his performance not a jot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there is a Sauber without a front wing at all in a runoff zone. And I couldn't tell you which corner that is, but it's just brought out a yellow flag. He had a very nasty accident.
Nasty case of the worms.
I only noticed the fireworks when I kept hearing this faint pop sound. Car, you have no right at all to feel this good around a circuit of this nature after the way you've just treated me the last 2 rounds.
Oh crap, I've just crossed the pit lane exit line. Did that give me... Oh, it didn't give me a penalty.
I think it only gives you a penalty in race, doesn't it?
I've done this before on my career, actually. One of my many challenges of life. This bloody pit lane.
I demand this car starts to be worse. Because it's feeling too good around the circuit, and it's going to make me look like a complete tosser.
Maybe this is going to be the bit where Esteben just rips it up, takes pole, race win.
We can only hope. Make sure I remember my DRS this lap, eh?
Oh, I missed that weirdo chicane.
Yeah, I know the drivers were glad to see the back of it, but I always quite liked it.
I quite liked the fact that if you did go it wrong, there was only one way you could go, and that was the barrier.
Yes. Very, very true.
Then flick-flack chicanes have really gone out of fashion, because we lost the old bus stop, we lost the one at the Hungaro ring.
I much preferred the old bus stop chicane.
Yeah. Now it's not even a chicane, it's like 2 separate corners because they're so elongated.
Yeah. Oh, Simon, you know when you're just on it? You're just on it. I am on it. It still won't be good enough for pole because whether it's frame rate issues or I'm doing something wrong or whatever, but for me, this feels good. It feels fast.
I feel not quite in control. So I think this could be your one, mate.
And of course I have to ruin it by hitting the barrier, but...
Oh, it's all about the ping pong round here.
The race engineers just told me to stick to my original pit strategy. Okay.
Over.
Right, how is that possible?
What's that?
I'm 6 seconds down. That just isn't possible.
I thought it was looking good.
It was. It felt phenomenal. I didn't put a foot wrong. I only lost my front wing end plate on like 3 corners from the finish. I'm down 2.5 seconds in sector 1.
Got DRS? Fuel mixture up?
Yeah. Right, there I made a mistake, so that's fine. I'm gonna come in and try again. Where are you sitting at the moment, matey?
I've not done a lap yet, but I'm not looking much better than you. 19th.
You've moved into 19th place with that last lap.
I think we've gone with the wet setup, that's why. Or the middle setup. I'll go with that. And I find with this track, it's a bit like Monaco, the more laps you do, the your lap times go down.
Yeah, but I don't feel I've got much more to give here.
Sounds like a Meatloaf song that's not been written.
Let's get him on it.
I would do anything for pole, but I won't do that.
That's quite a good impression, Simon. We've got a backup career for you to fall back on there.
Meatloaf karaoke to various songs. Just put different games inside.
I must say, from the outside, this car looks fantastic at night.
3 minutes to go.
I do like the shade of green. The Caterhams are attractive cars. What I do like a livery that's just not red and black.
Yes. Same. Right, let's pop a set of fresh options on, and let's get out on track. Because you don't have long, Ben.
Oh god, we don't. I don't know if I can get into the pits and back out in time, actually.
Just go for it. Just go for it.
I'm going to go for a final lap on these tyres. Deal with the consequences later.
Yeah, just do the actions now. Think about what they mean later on. You're on a flying lap, aren't you?
Yeah.
You go.
Cheers, my cheers.
Well, you got much better traction than I did out of that corner, so well done there.
Apparently I'm a second up on my PB. I wonder how much the grip is simulated around here as being slightly different to other ones as well, because obviously it's night time, so there's going to be cooler temperatures and theory and stuff like that. Although we are in Singapore. I'm talking just shit really, aren't I? Don't mind me. La la la!
I don't know, my tyres do stay colder than perhaps they would have done, I think. Right, I think I've let you pull out enough of a lovely gap there that we're not going to interfere with each other.
1 minute remaining. Just 1 minute.
Have you know any interfering I do is strictly in private.
When we stop recording.
Yep. And I most certainly didn't with the candlestick.
That race engineer.
Watch out for faster cars on the track.
Yeah.
Do you know, I did think your front left tyre guy did look very unhappy.
30 seconds left in the session.
Oh crap, out of fuel. I'm surprised they let me have that lap because I blatantly went over the lines on the last corner. Not last corner, second last corner.
Well, that's done me no favours.
Right.
I spun the back end out and had to catch it. So it means you, on your corner exit, you're basically standing still and just rotating on the spot.
Boo, I'm going to pull right off.
Thank you, sir. Very kind.
You're more than welcome.
Idiot Ben!
Uh-oh.
You're out of fuel. Your speed is going to drop. Watch out for
I just locked you up. I was being too aggressive.
How's Gutierrez doing in 11th on the grid?
Don't know. My clean lap record is just going all to balls. I'm 2 seconds down on my personal best, which is good enough for last.
You're out of fuel. Out of fuel.
It's alright. As Yaz once said, the only way is up, baby. Seriously, Simon, that first flying lap, it is probably as good as I've ever done it. And I qualify on the front row of the grid when I've got the right car for it, but always sort of 8th or above. That's astonishing. Half a second off the last Marussia.
Dolts.
Do you want to jump out and reset your game?
It seems to secure itself, so I think we'll be okay.
Oh, delightful.
And I feel a bit of a fraud being in 14th because I blatantly done the second. You know, on the double chicane at the end before the final double left.
Yeah.
The second part of that, I blatantly took the wrong line in to the advantage of myself. So I really shouldn't be in 14th. I should be back in. I'd probably have jumped Bottas maybe, and that'd been it.
Prah, never mind. A win's a win.
Soz.
Or in this case, a 14th's better than 19th.
Whoop whoop.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, Rosberg on pole, baby. Ahead of
Good
Hammy.
man.
Oh, stop crying. You're a Caterham in 14th. Who will be Caterham's drivers next year? I hope Guido.
Guido is still in the running for Gutierrez's seat at Sauber.
How? I thought he's been confirmed though.
No, I've not seen anything.
Gutierrez was confirmed, but it was really stupid because they confirmed him at about 4 in.
Really, I never saw anything. I saw them confirming Sutil, but I didn't see them confirm Gutierrez.
Yeah, I think it was Bottas Boxing Day or something. It was a really obscure timing for it. But yeah, he's definitely there for next year.
Oh well, Guido was in the running for Sauber.
So,
but my guess is you'll see him and not Charles Pic.
yeah, Charles has been a bit anonymous.
Oh, cool, no pit stop.
Oh, because we're in wets. Oh. Goodbye.
There's nothing to set up really, is there?
No. Good luck.
And to you.
I have a feeling this could be a interesting one.
Yeah, a wet Singapore. I've never driven this track in the wet.
I'd be interested to see how it drives in the wet in real life, because with the lights coming down on it and the spray, would that then just make it a complete blur for everyone?
You'd think it would, wouldn't you?
I wonder if they'd have to stop it.
Can you imagine sort of a vaguely illuminated fog?
It would look cool, but I wonder if anyone could actually see to drive. Because at
Then
the
again,
moment,
when you go on board in Malaysia during the rain, no one can see anything and they never stop it.
With this amount of cars on track, the race start is always.
of course, the race start's going to be risky
Yeah. How can I start this without spinning my tyres?
by not pressing go.
Turns out that I can't. But thank you, Chilton. That was very considerate of you, sort of vaguely moving out of my way.
Okay, the race start is confirmed as wet.
Of course, the race starts wet.
I know, it was nice of him to confirm that, wasn't it? That's the quality of race engineering we receive here at Caterham.
I think a new script may be in order for that line. Oh, Webber's in trouble. Or is he? No, he's not. I can't stand the rain outside my window.
Oh god, I can't see a fucking thing.
Oh, Raikkonen. Soz. Oh, straight on. So it's
Got a penalty,
Dubress
because that's my thing now.
already.
I've just got a second one. These are completely outside of my control. There is nothing I can do to stop people driving into me game.
Yeah, because Maldonado's off somewhere, Button's off somewhere, DiResta's in trouble too, because I'm with him.
Well, any vague glimmer of hope of points that I had about 10 or 15 seconds ago has long since gone. I'm going to have to stop because my wing's in no condition to get me round corners.
Oh no.
But it's alright because I can hold people up.
I don't have the pace, I've got no confidence in this car, and I've just smacked DiResta, soz. Again.
I'm hitting every barrier possible because the car will not turn in. Anyway, penalties, that's my thing now. That's like my trademark thing. I think everybody needs a thing. Something, you know, that markets them, their market value.
When you come in for your front wing, will it assume you're taking your penalty though?
It's not a drive thing.
Everyone's complaining about the
Ah,
track.
oh yeah.
Keep your focus. Esteban's pitting now. Esteban is in
New
the
shiny nose, thank you very much.
The only good thing about this is Bianchi, I think, is in about 12th, so he's holding up everyone.
I'm never going to catch the back of you guys up. You're 3 corners on, and I'm just coming out of the pit exit. I'm never going to close that gap over 13 laps when no one's having any stops, and I've just locked my brakes coming out of the pit and lost my part of my front wing again.
Oh, I've got a penalty for knocking Vern off.
Ah well, this is one of those occasions where I can be quite chatty.
Yeah, same, because we're not going to be scoring anything. Now, a lot of people don't seem to like this circuit, or I think they like the spectacle, but I don't know if they actually like the circuit or not. But we are both quite big fans.
I do like it, and you always know you're on for a bit of action at Singapore. you know, in an age where reliability is just ridiculous, it's been bulletproof.
Yeah.
Last 3 or 4 years, it's good to see someone's always going to bin it into the barrier. That's what this sport is about at its heart.
Oh god.
You've damaged the front wing. It's only minor, so stay out. Keep to the original.
There is no grip on this track, is there? There's
I
just,
am smacking every barrier.
there is just not a modicum of grip to be had.
Slipperier than a squid.
Yeah, I've just driven through some of your front wing.
Okay, DRS is now.
No shit is DRS disabled.
Lap 2, and I may get lapped. Well, tell you what, let's think of pastures new.
Yeah.
Where do you want to be next season?
Anywhere but here.
Or where would you realistically, like, you know, put your pundit head on for a second. Based on your performances this year, where would you expect to see virtual you go?
Probably into that barrier again.
Bearing in mind, you know, you're in a Caterham.
Your front wing is damaged. It's
I
your choice
would
on
go
leaving for repairs, but whatever happens, we'll be
probably
looking to replace it next time you're in.
Force India. Or yeah, Force India or a Sauber. Probably a Force India.
See, that's where I'd like to go, because I like both of those cars. But I'm not sure, based on my performance versus yours, I don't reckon I'd be re-signed. But I'd be interested to see what people think in the comments about where you would expect. Because I mean, surely, like you've had several points finishes in a Caterham.
Yeah.
Surely you could have your pick of drives. Surely Red Bull will be on the blower.
Not after this performance, they won't.
Good news there, I'm 30.1 seconds up on my previous lap in which I stopped.
I might have to stop for my front wing to be replaced actually, it's in such a state. It has another tap. That's not how you take turn 1, Simon! Next up, Bottas!
Good job you got it right. If I even think about pressing the accelerator, the back of the car just swings round.
Spin, spin, spin.
I've not lost it yet, so that's something.
I'm just playing pinball with barriers. It's ridiculous. I'm so sorry for everyone having to watch this.
I think it's like Monaco in the sense that it's a very punishing sort of circuit.
Yeah.
I mean, like Monza and Spa are punishing circuits, but from a different standpoint. Like they're tracks that show glaring deficiencies in say your engine power or your setup or the general design of your car. They're going to show really badly at those circuits because you're just not going to have the outright pace. These tracks are punishing from a setup standpoint, definitely, but they're punishing the driver more than the car because it's about finding your limit within the tools that you have available to you, and if you mess up, you're not coming away from it.
A bit like that.
That'd be your race over. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't be in this race anymore if what had happened to this car could be realistically modelled.
Same. And there is a mod, isn't there, where like one touch and you're out kind of thing. I've seen on damage stuff. Maybe one day I'll run something like that for giggles, but yeah. Oh wow, Bottas took off in front of me over the last curve.
I'm 30 seconds behind Jev. And I'm not going to close that gap, so I reckon I might treat myself to a new wing.
Again,
Yeah,
all the rings.
Well, no, it's just that I lost part of the end plate on the way out of the pits, didn't I?
Oh
Because the AI drives quite differently to how I would, and when it hands back control to you, it's like when you use a flashback in single player, sometimes you're just not ready for where the flashback
shit.
gives you control.
I've just got another penalty.
So we're both on 2 penalties, that's nice.
Oh, try 3.
Looks like the stewards have awarded
Surely that'll give me a third. Yeah, 3 penalties.
Be careful, one more and you're DQ'd, my friend.
Esteban's in the pits. Esteban has been.
I had such a good start as well, you know.
Oh god. It's like the car. It's like I can't drive it anymore. I couldn't drive it really in the first place, but ah dear.
I was also thinking about our Funzy event.
Oh, what, with getting everyone else involved?
Yeah, I reckon a 100%er
Yes.
with 90s cars
Oh.
and, you know, just restrict it to players on the grid, get rid of the 80s cars. Because in some respects I think they're better, at least for me. The Lotus 100T, my favourite car in that pack.
I've still yet to really dive in much to the classic packs.
Well, I want them to have cars that are not just Williams and Ferrari.
Yeah, it seems such a weird. I know why they had to do that, but it just seems like such an annoying thing to have had to have done.
I would have thought Benetton would have been a natural and fairly easy choice to license. And Ligier too. I mean, I know you probably couldn't get Prost, but Guy Ligier is still alive. You know, it's not like it's going to be impossible. Or March.
Yeah.
March you could do because all the March cars are open source now.
Clear of the white line. We don't
Oh,
want
are they?
penalty.
Yep, a guy bought all the designs, and there is a website called Marchives. It's archives with an M at the start. So it's
Okay.
like a condensed March archives, and every single March car design is on there for anybody to look at and do with as they will.
Oh wow.
So Cody's no excuse at all for not putting those cars in.
That's a quick weed.
I have been lapped by Rosberg and Hamilton. They're right on each other's tails, and they're miles ahead of everybody.
There's a gap of around 25 seconds
Huh?
between you and the next car.
Oh my god.
You've taken a fair bit of damage to your front wing.
I might want to come in and get my front wing repaired, but I might not.
Don't want to get a penalty for ignoring blue flags.
Because that'll disqualify you now as well. Oh no, you've still got one left you can have, can't you?
Yeah. There is a Sauber in fourth. Well done there.
Gotta be hulking. My driving is horrific.
But yeah, I'm not sure how to how to establish it correctly. You know, how we will establish who joins us for that.
Well, I'll do a little announcement video for it or something, and to say if you want to join in, please email here with your little name and number.
And you can beat us into the dirt.
Yeah. And if we can all get on a channel like TeamSpeak or on Skype all together, it'd be great to hear some of you as well having a giggle while we go. Oh, come on, frame rate, don't you start.
And we'll have to come up with a way of picking the tracks. And if we restrict it to 90s only cars, and you and I will get the last team picked.
Okay.
So we'll take the reject cars.
As we are the reject drivers.
And it'll be interesting. I think it'll be good for us in a sense that it'd be nice to speak to people, and maybe we'll learn a trick or two for. Actually, I see it as as a driver development exercise as much as anything else.
Drive fast, don't crash.
Exactly. We'll have full damage on, all that jazz.
Oh yeah.
And we'll spice it up somehow. I'll donate 50p to charity for every lap you complete without losing a front wing. Something on those lines.
Monaco.
Yeah, we'll have a think.
To let the car behind you pass, he's not racing you for position.
I'm trying to let you through, but I'm in the barrier.
Take them with you. Sometimes the only way is to show them.
I'll get disqualified. I've not got any more penalties I can have.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, I've been lapped by the top 9, but whoever's in 10th can't seem to catch me, so it's a hideous injustice of our age that I'm running 20th.
Maybe that's Bianchi. Oh, concentration. I knew it was such a bad idea to this morning because I was a bit screwed on my sleep. Oh, I've missed the corner again. Oh, it's all kicking off behind.
Do go on.
Sorry. What was I going to say? Yeah, I was doing a mammoth run on Sonic and Sega All Stars Transformed, and I've got a funny feeling that I've just inherited karting style driving again.
As is the way.
Where's my power-ups? Why is my car not transformed into a boat for the rain?
These are all very valid questions. I'd love to see some answers on that, Caterham.
Yeah. Especially as you do Caterham and you're busy Caterhaming around the world. It is them that do the Caterhaming around the world with their little boats, isn't it?
And they do everything. They do everything, don't they? They've got teams in all kinds of different sports now. Which is, interesting for a car manufacturer that hasn't had a new car in 50 years.
Yeah.
Or whatever it's been. This goes to show, though, if you do something and you do it well, why change the formula?
Yeah. So I should tell it to Bernie.
So anyway, in a roundabout way, I think what we were saying there was, any suggestions for next season, please do bang them down in the comments section below.
Ching ching.
It's really easy to spot. It's the blank bit with the flashing cursor below the incompetence.
You're catching me up, something chronic.
I'm quite a protégé about this track when I'm not in a Caterham in the rain on a Mac with a control pad.
In a Mac.
In a flashing Mac, yeah.
In a pack Mac.
Well done, Cody's on the rain mist effect, by the way, coming off the back of Gutierrez's Sauber. It sort of swirls around. It's beautiful.
Oh god, I'm on 6 frames a second.
The car behind is on standard.
That's a problem. Also, Gutierrez has just disappeared. Like, he didn't ghost or anything, he has just disappeared. He's no longer anywhere near me.
Oh dear. Come on, game.
Oh, yeah, I'm seeing real problems here. Subtle is going backwards. He's actually... everyone's slipping backwards.
I think this is me.
Is this why I've been so crap all year? Please tell me it is. Like, now you're getting less frames, I'm a million times faster.
No, I'm on 2 frames a second. And now I'm back to 30, no, 20, no.
Well, even if we don't finish this race, I think this is excellent news that we've captured this. I'm unlapping myself at a phenomenal rate. I might actually win this race.
We think it's affecting his performance.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the AI have the same frames as you. So they are warping backwards and I am overtaking all of them.
Well, I've just smacked Sutil and lost in his front wing. Yeah, I'm down. Will it stabilise? This is bizarre. No, I don't know what is going on with my game.
Good job, back up to speed now. Blue flag now
Bear
over
with me a
applied.
second. Okay. Right. I've just stopped and started fraps again just to see what on earth would happen. It is currently back on to 60 frames. But God knows what on earth happened there.
For repairs. Pit, pit, pit.
Where are you up to now?
Conditions.
19th, but I've unlapped everybody that lapped me. Which was 12 cars. I did that
Wow.
over the space of a single lap.
And I'm back down to 9 frames again. Do you want to keep this up a little bit longer?
Well, do you know, this is just validating that
that frame rate issue.
the frame rate issue has been... I mean, like, people have told me, oh, it's worst, it's good for about a second. But we're quickly seeing that is nonsense because I don't get a consistent 30 frames, right? I get 25 to 30. So, based on that, the fact you dropping down to 7 made me faster than every AI by an incredible order of magnitude. Just goes to show, because if you're running at 60 and I'm running at 30, you're getting twice as many frames each second than I am.
Does that mean I should about 45 seconds a lap faster than you then?
Well, no. What it means is that you will be faster, but now I'm getting 3 or 4 times the frames you were getting. Then it's really pronounced, the difference, isn't it? Because I'm overtaking everything. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
a difference of 2 laps to 1 is a easier ratio to cope with than 4 or 5 to 1.
Yeah.
So the advantage you have, or the AI have over me, isn't as marked when it's 60 frames to 25 or whatever, but when it's 25 frames to 2, then I'm 10 times faster than they're capable of being.
Bianchi's 7th.
Good man. Should we finish this wacky bad boy and
Yeah,
just see where we end up?
I've got cars driving through me and into me, and I don't actually...
It's really good to capture this. Maybe we can. I will send this via Twitter to Steve Hood, the Codemasters, and say, explain this.
I think I can explain it from my PC side. Potentially. I don't get why all of a sudden it's just dropping off and out and everything. But maybe it's just my computer's had enough of recording for the day and it's just going meh. Because I've had this when I was doing the Indie Nova stuff, when my other RAM went. But there should be no reason why your it's so pronounced on the old frame rate side of stuff. Because everything else on my computer is working perfectly fine, it's just the game.
Well, hold on to your balls, everybody, because I'm just about to go from 1 lap down to points in 2 laps. Despite driving like a complete simpleton.
The track is clear. Track is clear.
My frame rate.
What are you getting at the moment?
It bounces between 2 and 70.
That explains what I'm seeing. That definitely explains what I'm seeing.
You're locking your front tyres. Try adjusting the brake balance back. You need to let the car behind you pass. He's not racing you for position.
With 3 laps to go, I don't want to get my or anybody else's hopes up, but it is entirely possible I will win this race.
Right, I'm suddenly back on 60 frames a second for a
Oh
few
no,
seconds.
Simon, why would you do this to me?
Oh no!
He's now just exploding into the distance.
No, I'm dropping back. Hang on.
Oh yeah, here he is.
Is that you behind me? Is there someone on the track looking at the track?
Yeah, that's me behind you.
Okay, right, I'm going to dive
Does
so
that mean
far out
I've
your range.
reached you?
Yep. I'm going to dive so far out your way.
Please do, because I've got very little control.
Oh, that was you and Perez. And Grosjean. Oh.
I think it could be the track as well, Simon. I think it's a bit more of a graphically demanding track.
Unless it's causing you problems.
That is true.
Blue flag conditions.
No, I will not allow the faster car to pass.
You're not racing him.
I first find it really weird that it was fine when there was 22 cars all together on the grid. Who knows?
I guess it probably is a recording issue, so... Oh, I'm not going to win the race now, because you seem to have stabilised your frames, right?
It's still bouncing around a fair whack, but nowhere near as bad as what it was.
Yeah, because I'm going backwards again.
Are you still looking at potential point?
No. I'm 11, but I'm not going to catch Hamilton unless you have some serious issues again. And my tyres have just gone off hugely. He's got a 3rd penalty for an accident I couldn't possibly have avoided.
So is that you in the wall?
No, that's Grosjean.
It is Grosjean in the wall.
Be aware, we think the car behind
Oh,
is trying
now
to
I've
save
got
you.
problems again.
It might be too little too late for old Ben.
Oh, back up to normal again. Oh, it's just so random. Sorry, this whole recording now has just turned into me going, oh, it's so random, it's so stupid, and you going, yes, no, yes, no. We'll call this the experimental issue.
You can probably drop the experry from that.
Mental.
Just let me catch Hamilton. I'll just 1 point. I won't get it because I've got 30 seconds worth of penalties to add on, but
Okay, back to the pits. Back to the pits.
I'm on for finishing 11th, 3 penalties. But I was lapped by everyone up to 12th 2 or 3 laps ago. So what we've learned today is that if anyone tells you frame rate desync is not a big issue, I think we can see that it quite clearly is. Although most of you won't experience the level of disparity that we're experiencing right now.
But it puts it all in motion, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, basically, if you turn this down by a magnitude of 3, then that's the difference between us on a normal day.
Well, it's no wonder that you're struggling so much.
But I see, the thing is, I don't like to blame it without a genuine scientific test. Because, I mean, this just shows there is an issue. It doesn't show you the extent of it on a normal day. Do you know what I mean? And I don't like to blame it entirely because it's not just about protecting my own ego, but it's disrespectful to your driving. Do you know what I mean? Because you've been putting in some sterling drives.
Oh, I got a
Corner
fourth
cutting,
penalty.
But
Yes, I have.
But I mean, that's only a very recent development. Prior to that, some of your drives were really, really good, and you know we shouldn't devalue those because you probably would have been beating me anyway, given the level of disparity between the two of us. But just how much of it is technical. Also, how on earth can Nico Rosberg have finished?
Don't know.
He's only lapped me once.
He says you're 2 down.
That's simply not possible.
As is Lewis Hamilton 2 laps down.
How is that possible, given that I'm 11th?
I don't know.
Is everyone 2 laps down?
From Hamilton backwards, I was 3. And now I've got frame rate issues just on this screen. So you may have even more fun.
Yeah, I just watched the dots going around the track, and a few of them just jumped backwards quite significantly.
What a bizarre!
Well, with a 30-second penalty, I still finished 13th, which is my best finish in a long time since round 1.
I come home 19th, and Grosjean didn't even finish and beat me. Didn't know you could get 40 seconds of penalties though, so that's good. Oh dear.
Oh.
Big up Marussia, 7th place. And Chilton's 9th!
Yeah, look at the state of that.
Who knew?
Can I just point out the insane disparity in lap times as well? Sebastian Vettel 157.6, Sergio Perez 159.3. The race winner's best lap was a 2-minute 1.
What?
Bianchi 2 minutes 6. Bottas 2 minutes 4. Chilton 2 minutes 7. Me 2 minutes 8. You 2 minutes 7.9.
Crikey.
That is a massive disparity in time.
Yeah, something's not right there.
Do you know, if I thought I'd get a response, I'd really be keen to But then again, whether Cody's would be completely honest about this kind of issue, because the rumour was they'd fixed it or at least addressed it to make it manageable. But, I mean, it just does make such a phenomenal difference. And you could tell I had the faster frame rate this time, because what I was seeing was, normally earlier in the series, I was seeing cars warp forward.
Yes.
But nowhere near as significantly, but they'd sort of jerk continually forward and it was impossible to catch them.
Mm-hmm.
And this time, they were jerking backwards, but like 3 or 4 times faster than they were when I was observing it in China or Malaysia.
Okay. See, I wonder if it's my computer getting tired or something, because I noticed you jerk forward a couple of times at Monza at the very beginning of the race.
Yeah, whatever it is, we're having some desync issues. You need to either get a worse computer or I need to get a better one.
Get a better one.
And I wish I had the money for that at the moment, but I will start saving some cash and we'll hopefully resolve that. But I'd love to hear people's comments on that. Because that is completely astonishing. I just wish you could have seen it from my point of view.
That I'm sure that would have been absolutely mesmerising to see, and slightly scary as well, I'd imagine.
What made it difficult, though, is that you don't know where you can drive on the line, right? Because these cars, they're there for 1 minute, and you can see them at the end of the straight you're on, and all of a sudden they're then sort of 75% of the straight, and then they're 60% of the straight, and they're gradually moving backwards towards you, even though they're driving forwards, and they'll phase in and out of existence. So it can reappear. I would have got an excellent shot on start-finish straight when Grosjean was trying to pass me, because you settled back onto 70 frames, and then you said, oh, it's gone back to having an issue. And he was off the ground like he was driving on my rear wing, because the game couldn't consolidate the two of us sharing the same space. So when I looked backwards, as I often do when there's a car behind me and the road is straight, because I want to see if they're going to get a run on me, the underside tray of his front nose was sort of resting on the back of my airbox, and his front wheels were in the sort of the curve of my rear wing, and then he was on the ground again. It's just astounding. Well, I'm sorry that punished you so badly, Simon.
That's okay. It's interesting to see and do. And what gets me is that it clearly is running off of my frame rate, even if my frame rate isn't the best one. And I don't get that.
Is it because you're the host?
That's what I'm
because
thinking.
like even if I open the game and invite you, does it still count you as the host because you created the game?
I don't know. It might be worthwhile.
If anyone has an answer to that, we'd appreciate that as well.
Yeah. Maybe next couple of races, you invite me in, and then if I have some kind of weird freak out issue again, hopefully won't, because I've got new RAM coming. We'll see what happens. But well,
regardless, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you for joining me, Esteben, and thank you for everyone for watching these levels of incompetency broadcasts.
Chanting Chilton Season 2.
Oh yes, the Chilton is back in the Caterham King Master. Anyway, cheers for watching, everyone. Thanks for commenting, subscribing. If you do fancy being part of a get-together of 100% race, leave your thoughts on how you want it to be done and so on and so forth below, and where you'd like us to race for next year as well. Take care, and I shall see you on the other side of the rainbow, Esteben.
And you certainly shall.
Okay.